Hello and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 3rd through November 9th. Although this video is being posted on November 4th due to technical difficulties with yesterday's video. The card that we've pulled this week from the Spirit Speak Tarot is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords brings in an energy of a little bit of stress and worry this week, but I feel like there are two reasons that we shouldn't panic about this card. The first is that swords cards are always to do with your own mental state. So you have control over what it is that you're feeling by simply shifting your mindset and looking at things from a different perspective. So that is always the reassurance of any swords card, but particularly the Five of Swords when it deals with an energy of stress and self-destruction. On top of that, I feel like this week's Five of Swords energy is unique in that it is somewhat influenced by the world around us. So a lot of times the swords cards are very much our internal struggle. It's about things that we've created in our mind, worry, stress, situations that we really don't need to be that distracted by. And this week I feel like that's sort of true, but it's also the idea that you are being affected by those around you. So you are becoming a sponge for the stress of those closest to you this week. We're all slightly empathic. So if you find that you're feeling these emotions that feel slightly overwhelming, check in with yourself. The first thing you could do is literally ask yourself, is this feeling mine? And sometimes simply by asking that question, any weight that doesn't belong to you will lessen. It will lift off your shoulders slightly. And the next tip is to really be mindful of your true reasons for being stressed. Because a lot of times we find ourselves being stressed out by certain situations that we actually can do nothing about. And that tends to cause a little more stress, but it actually should alleviate the stress for us when we realize this. And there are two really common scenarios when it comes to stressing about things that you cannot help. And the first is that you are stressing about things in the future. You cannot affect the future yet. You cannot change what's going to happen 3 weeks from now. You cannot predict it. Only thing you can do is prepare in this moment the best you can for what's to come. So by projecting your thoughts too far into the future, that can cause stress and anxiety. So be mindful of the times that you are doing that and let some of that go, because there really is nothing that you're doing within that stress and worry to change anything that's coming towards you. The best thing that you can do is find that calm state of mind right now. So whenever those challenges come, if they even do, you will be prepared because you'll be in a state of mental clarity. The second way that people often stress when they don't need to is when we try to figure out what's happening with other people in our lives, or we try to solve the problems of those around us. So this is a twofold scenario. Sometimes it is that we want certain people to act in certain ways, and so we start to stress that they are not acting in the way that we would like them to. Or it could be that the people around you are feeling some sort of stress that you would like to be able to alleviate, and so you're trying to shoulder their burdens, but ultimately you cannot do that regardless of how much you try. You're just creating more weight for yourself so that you're no longer capable of showing up for this person in the calm and stable manner that you are meant to. It might be a good week to really plan a group social outing with those around you that are feeling the stressful energy so that you can kind of alleviate some of that stress. So the more that you can keep your slate clean, the more that you can be a place for others to come to and feel a sense of calm rather than commiserating in their stress and worry. So I hope that this reading has served you well. If you would like more tarot, you can head over to michellesheawalker.com/tarot to order a personal reading, or you can follow me on Instagram at Michelle Shea for weekly Monday draws. And if you like this video, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends because they happen every week and I would hate for you to miss out.